Okay, welcome to our final art encounter. We'll look at these two pieces. I'm not taking them out of the glass. I think you might be able to see them okay. I think there's just this one reflection over here from my lighting them, but I think we're okay. I think you'll be able to make out the images. So these are two silk screens. These were done with a screen and then printed. So there's a kind of process where this image, see if I can get this in focus, this image was drawn onto a screen. There was just sections of the screen that were then blocked so that ink could be put on it and it could come down only through certain images. So everything that is white was blocked on the screen, and every place there is black was allowed to be printed. This is printed in black ink, and you can see that this is called She Dances Amongst the Stars in December of 2019. I made this work. And this is a kind of typical work I make. Sometimes I make these during the holidays, and I love to print art and give it out. So this piece was done in 2019, December, and then this piece here, the following year, Leaping Over Stars, December of 2020. And you can see that they go together. Yeah, so this was kind of just a nice, people could get this one year, and then the next year they have a partner piece for it. Yeah, and who knows what'll happen. There might be a third in the series this year. Now, just to talk about this with regards to our lecture, we can see things like realism in this, that these are dancers. Now, these aren't physical dancers. This isn't really dance. This is silkscreen. But the representation, so this is mimetic and is bringing that dance into the subject matter. And Eve, she dances, and this one leaps over stars. Stars are another realistic image that is brought in. Now, perhaps with expressionism, we can say things like, maybe all of these lines are kind of expressionistic of the space, that what we're showing with these lines is I wanted to kind of show the movement of what does the space feel like when it moves. Yeah, and we probably see that in both. So perhaps there's some expressionism also in the faces of the figures here. There's a kind of expressionism, and it's less realistic. Yeah, similar to the other pieces of expressionism we looked at during this lecture. And again, it's hard to not have any formalist elements here. There's design within all of this. This one is chosen to be this kind of rectangle. This is a square piece. The colors, the format, all of those things are kind of formal elements also. So there's design within one of these pieces also. But if you look at the piece and you like it, I sometimes will say, what is it? What realism is here? What expressionism is here? And what are the formal elements that you're looking at? And sometimes there have been people like Clive Bell who said that the art of the art was in the formal elements of how all of this comes together, and how this was depicted as just a single color on a single color of paper. Yeah. So anyways, this is our art encounter, and I hope you've enjoyed this lecture on realism, expressionism, and formalism. And again, I encourage you, go out into the world and look at the world of art and see what is out there, and in what ways has this artist represented the world that I know, amplified any emotions of that world to display them. I mean, perhaps that leap, people know what that means, to leap over stars. And how have they depicted it in this kind of formalist way? So maybe these are pieces that fit into all three categories.